Okay, what's up YouTube? This is the fourth installation of this video series that I'm doing called Where King James Onlyism is an Error. I just posted another video, but the sound went down about 2 minutes into the video, so here we are. Again, so you know, if the sound sounds amplified, it's because I'm recording it from a microphone. Maybe make sure it didn't shut off here. Yo. Yo. Right. It didn't shut off. Anyway, um, Isaiah 14:12, where it says how art thou been cast out of heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn, or how have been cut out of heaven, O Lucifer, star, you know what I'm talking about. Isaiah 14:12. The thing about that is that in the manuscripts the word is Halel, which translates to morning star. And anybody who uses any discernment knows that before Lucifer was cast out of heaven, the name Lucifer means bright and shining star. Um, so that's the when put together with Isaiah 14:12. You have to take that into context. So now we're not saying like having Jesus in heaven would be a core tenet. So to accuse us of saying that we don't have him there, and then the newer versions try to take him out and say he was cast out, that's pretty stupid. No joke, that's pretty stupid. Like, I don't know why you would say that, because what was that, Angel? Angel's giving her thoughts on it. She says she thinks it's pretty stupid too. Hold on. Hold on. Anyway, so that's the thing. You actually have to look into what words mean and things of that sort. Like, you actually have to try to do a little bit of that work and definition, and try to define things. Try to really understand them. 2 Timothy 3:16. I'm going to read this because Holiday Ministries quoted it to me, and then I'm going to go over something. Holiday Ministries quoted 2 Timothy 3:16 to me, and it reads, and what it is where it says Scripture is to correct and rebuke and all that stuff, taught for doctrine, things like that. Holiday Ministries, I do compare the texts. Like, these are the four versions that I mainly compare: ESV, NIV, New American Standard, 1611 King James. So I do compare them, and they are the same, minus the fact that the King James translators copied footnotes into the text that weren't supposed to be there, but that's neither here nor there. I don't really care. The actual text and everything that was in the text is there. Also, you went over your videos of the 1885 English edition. I agree with your criticism on that, because in that edition they included manuscripts that were never intended to be in the Bible. So, yeah, I agree with you there. I already went into how the Greek covers dynamics in my last video. Luke 9:44, where it says, "Let these words sink into your ears." You'll find that the ESV, the NASB, and the KJV all say, "Let these words sink into your ears." But we don't really say that anymore. So in the NIV, it renders it as, "Listen carefully." Which we do say, "Listen carefully," don't we? I mean, I think we do. So, and for this, you can look at and for a good debate on this topic, you can look at the John Ankerberg show, where it's James White, Sam Gipp, and what was that guy? A few of them. It's 3 KJV only and 3 non-KJV only people. So you can look at that video. Also, in Isaiah 14:9, the New King James and the King James both translate Sheol as hell, when Sheol is actually better translated as the grave. Now, I know the understanding of Sheol back then was hell, but the literal definition of it means the grave. So it doesn't translate it as the grave, though, which is literally what Sheol means. Why is that? Is it using dynamics when it says hell? I'm just wondering, because it didn't literally translate it. I think maybe it was using dynamics. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to assume that once you go to the grave, you either go to heaven or hell. So I think their understanding of it was correct. It just isn't literal. So anybody out there, don't try to take a video clip of me saying, "Oh, but hell's not a real place," and like, it is. And I'm not trying to say that it's not. So don't take me out of context. Which people are probably going to do anyway, but whatever. Anybody that knows my channel, that comes to my channel, is going to see that that's a lie. Anyway, I gotta run because I have to get ready for work now. Peace. Sub, rate, and comment below. Later. Deuces.